Alright folks, so that's just my gauges. Obviously they're not hooked up. It's not like I need them right now actually. If I can't figure out what my whole temp's gonna be predictively anyways at this point, then I shouldn't be driving a car. Yeah, so I mean they look pretty solid. I think the only thing I'm getting, and you probably see it in the glass, is the there's a slight bit of glare off these, but you know, based on the angle, I couldn't get you know, I couldn't get them to face totally up without just looking weird, you know, like just tilted forward enough so I didn't have that. And honestly, I mean, I'm night driving and I don't really, I mean, it probably looks more prominent in the video, but it's not a huge deal. So, but yeah, it's pretty solid. I mean, I can't complain. It's a little redder than the rest of the interior, slightly. But I mean, these gauges look so much more insane than the other ones. The other ones, I mean, that clock for a gauge, I mean, give me a break. They should have had oil pressure in there from the start, but whatever. So yeah, I mean, the only thing I would have done different in this car is right here where I've got the fuel gauge in the temperature, in the radiator temperature. I would have totally seen about trying to get a separate fuel gauge somewhere and adding like one of those Greddy, I think they're called Cyrus or whatever gauges. Insane. It's like glass that's, I mean, it's just like it lights up on glass. It's sick. But they stick out so far because of the guts, because I guess they did that so you can put a gauge behind it and all that. Ridiculously cool though, but I didn't want to put it up here either, because that just looked, I don't know. And they're yellow. I wish you could turn them red, but you can't. Maybe in the future. Anyways, oh, by the way, that's the Uniden, which is like a little bit cockeyed right now because they just put all that shit back together. But that's a bad little gauge, and it matches everything. I think the only thing it doesn't match is my triple stack right now. But when I go to put it on the A-pillar, it's gonna be hot because I'm gonna get I've got like a swatch of different gels that they use in lighting. And what I'm gonna do is, since that gauge, the ECB1 is white, I'm just gonna match it up to these gauges so I can find the right color, and that way those gauges and that gauge will be like the same color red, and then the rest is just amber the way it is. But yeah, I figured you guys would want to know. The only thing I did, I'm gonna add pictures, what I did to kind of like anchor it down. Basically the main bit that I did was just use epoxy. Like Gorilla, you know, that Gorilla brand that's out there. I went to Home Depot and got that 2-part epoxy. Man, and at first I didn't think it was gonna hold. I was like, man, this thing's just not good. Left it for like 2 or 3 hours. It says 3 minutes, but I left it like 3 hours, and I came back and I think it's solid. But I mean, things happen, you know, anything could happen. I drive insane when I get on the track or go to Mexico or wherever I'm gonna go. And I don't want one of these gauges flipping out and smacking me in the mouth. So I've had enough ex-girlfriends do that. I don't need the gauges doing it. Anyways, so the only thing I've done here, the only thing I've done here that's not finished is basically the gauges themselves. I put some aluminum tape on them rather than spot gluing them like I was going to, or spot epoxying them like I was going to, because I kind of want to just feel out the orientation of them and make sure. I'm going to tape it up so like I can match them. Because once I glue them, and if they're cockeyed, I'm going to be fucking insane. The same goes with the hoods. Like, I haven't done the hoods yet because I got to do that first. So, a little bit of aluminum, like, you know, air conditioning tape. That does the trick just to hold them down for now. I mean, they're not going anywhere. So, yeah, I hope you liked the video, and I hope it helped. The only thing I had of concern was just trying to get back behind the gauges after the fact. If you're gonna sand any of that crap down, absolutely get in there with like one of those like toothbrush sized what is it called? Those little like dust buster kind of things. Because it just leaves a lot of stuff back there, and there is some air vents. There's like a air like suction vent or something like that. It just recirculates the air. So yeah, you want to get all that crap out. I got most of it out, but you know, you never can get it all out. If there was any question about the, you know, what the wiring did, especially with the dimmer, I mean, everything's solid here. You know, everything works. All my dimmers work like they're supposed to. If there is an issue and I get like some kind of a fuse blown or something like that, or a car catches fire, well, the car catches fire probably won't post. I won't have a Z anymore. I won't be posting for Z. But yeah, if anything happens, man, I'll definitely put it up. But so far, this is awesome. It came out so much better than I thought. Oh yeah, and if you're doing the Defi controller, just be sure to, like, if you did it how I did it, be sure to push it back as far as you can. Because I originally bracketed it and it fucking sucked because I had a sorry, I'm driving, trying to do this. It was just too far forward, and so the this bit here, the plug behind it, it wants to live behind this little frame bit that I didn't think anything was going to go behind it. So it does. So you want to push it back as far as you can because you risk breaking the plug for this. But yeah, otherwise, man, solid. I can't complain. Yeah. I'll tell you again. I'll put pictures down on how I put like a little metal rod through the bottom bits on those housings for the DF or the BF gauge. And it worked out pretty good. I mean, so say you like hit something or something goes wrong and one of these gauges comes loose, it's not going to go very far because it's by that little metal bar, like rod that I put through there. It's just attached to the other ones, and I use that same one to kind of zip tie it down, kind of like just anchor it. It's not going to need it because of the epoxy, really. I mean, those things are on there, but you never know. It's good to be safe than sorry. All right, folks, I'm gonna go drive around, cause trouble with my gauges that don't work yet. I'll probably make a video of me fooling around with the oil pressure and oil temp soon. But I gotta get oil. I gotta get oil filter. And honestly, like, I'm changing my oil at what was it, 30? So I don't know if I want to do it so early, but so be it. Well, I might do it early. I just want to get this thing done. But yeah, that's that. Thanks, guys.